morning, students. Welcome back once again to our online learning. We are going to learn the one chapter from history of 9th standard, that is socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. So welcome back to part 3 of this chapter. In this part 3, we are going to learn about support for socialism. Support for socialism. Support for socialism. So in previous section we had seen during the mid 19th century there was rise of different ideas. There was rise of socialism, socialist ideas spread, communism, socialism, these ideas came in the society. So how there was support for the socialism all over the world. Now let us learn about it. So the 1870s, the year 1870s, this S stands for the period of 10 years, 1870 to 1880, means we can say at the end of at the second half of the 19th century. So in 1870s the socialist ideas spread through the entire Europe. Okay, because there was capitalist people, they were becoming rich, and the proletariat, the working class people, they were working hard and had nothing left with them. Sometimes they were unemployed, sometimes the wages were very less. Okay, so there was a growing support for the socialism among these people, among the proletariat. So to coordinate the efforts of the socialists, they formed a second international body to coordinate the efforts of socialists. Okay, to coordinate the efforts of the socialists, they formed a group of people. They formed second international. What they formed? Second international. To coordinate the effort of the socialist people or the group of people, they formed a second international. What was this? This was the international body or group of people who coordinated their effort, who spread the ideas of socialism amongst the people. They spread the ideas of socialism in the entire Europe or in different countries as well. For example, in Asia also, in India also. Okay, so how it spread? So I would like to give you the example of that is in England and in Germany began forming the associations. Workers, they began to form the associations. How they began to form the associations and why? They had a lot of problems in factory. The manufacturers were exploiting them, giving less salary. The working hours were more than 12 hours they have to work. Women have to work, children have to work, and the salaries were very less. Sometimes unemployment problem was there, especially when there was low demand. Or less demand of industrial products. In such situations, workers were unemployed. So these workers wanted their demands to be fulfilled. So they formed the associations. They came together and they demanded reduced working hours. They demanded increase in the salary. Again, they also demanded they raised the funds. Whenever there was problem in their groups, so they helped each other. Okay, so again I would like to tell you about in Germany. These associations worked closely and they had formed the Social Democratic Party. Social Democratic Party. SDP. Okay, or it is also known as SPD. Social Democratic Party or SPD in Germany, they have formed. Okay, and helped to win the parliamentary election. But by the year 1905, in Britain, socialist and unionist, they also formed Labour Party in Britain. By the year 1905, by the year 1905, socialist, socialist and unionist, they also formed the association, okay, and they formed the Labour Party. And if you take another example of France, in France also Socialist Party emerged. In France, there was the emergence of Socialist Party. So till by or till 1914, socialists never managed to form the government of their Socialist Party. Okay, though associations were there, they were working for the workers, they were solving their problems, and actively they were politically they were active, but till 1914 they never managed to form the government. The government was always formed by the conservatives, liberals or radicals. Okay, so that's all how the support for socialism grew in Europe. Till then, bye bye.